Okay, recording this video Monday 26th of March 2012. It's just gone 3:07 p.m. Chicago time, coming up to the close, and well, the rally continues. And here's better X trend, kind of following the whole time, trailing stops at 1360. The volume today was pretty light though, so just be careful. It's 1.1 million contracts traded. We kind of found a little bit of a support level at 1318 on Friday, and we've kind of just rocketed up since then. In terms of better sine wave, about to form pullback in an uptrend here. We had the left shoulder kind of marked by a dirty end of trend on the 45-minute chart. This is printing a little bit late. It would have been nice if that kind of gone off on Friday, marked that pullback to end of trend. But anyway, it's going to go off a little bit later, probably after the close today, and signal up here. Just be aware, this entire rallies on this chart from basically December, mid-December, all the way up. And the further and further we get into pullback to end of trend sequences here, the less likely the last end of trend will be made. So the pullback's kind of gone off, but it's not necessarily going to make pullback to end of trend. So just I'm keeping that in the back of my mind. In terms of the risk on charts, they all look pretty strong today. Crude's probably about the weakest of the lot. We've had support kind of go off here at about 450, 104.50. Looks pretty weak. We've had our exhaustion buy and bearish divergence set in, so look for that as a potential area. If we break close below it, that might set off a downtrend. But I think Bernanke was speaking today, and dollar got toasted and gold and silver kind of went up big time. So here's gold chart, blue professional bars into the lows. We've had exhaustion selling, first bullish divergence, another couple of bullish divergence, bang, we kind of set off. So this looks like it's going to make support to resistance here on this daily chart. The dollar got toasted, the euro went up. So beginning of the year, panic in the euro, basically it's 127, 128. All these blue professional bars kind of come in here, and then we have a rush for the doors, all this exhaustion buying, bang, getting this move going. So pull back to dirty end of trend here. It's kind of gone off, and that seemingly has found support here. So we're back up at 33s and so on. Aussie dollar kind of following the same thing. Not seen exhaustion buying on the Aussie dollar. I was actually looking at my money supply charts on the Aussie dollar over the weekend, and it's not kind of convincing that the Aussie dollar is tanking. We're certainly, because money supply in the US is not going up very fast, it's kind of going down, and that's why the US dollar is kind of going down. So I might pull that chart up and show you that tomorrow. In terms of, we had exhaustion, selling, bullish divergence kind of comes in. It's a pullback to end of trend kind of sequence here. So seemingly the Aussie dollar is kind of going up a little bit. Here's silver, just like gold, exhaustion, selling, bullish divergence, and we kind of holding the support area, kind of breaking back up. Copper, again, copper's fairly weak. We've had pullback to end of trend, all these flush signals kind of go off here. I know we've not had, this was the last exhaustion buying signal that we had here. I don't know, it doesn't look as convincing to me in terms of what the pan's here. So copper and crude less convincing, but the other charts are looking pretty strong. Anyway, in terms of longer term tip bar charts, 40,500 tip bar chart. So last couple of weeks we had our exhaustion buying when we went into the 1400s, and we had less and less going on, Rambo patterns, blue professional bars into these highs, and a flush signal, and we kind of sold off there. I think that was the Tuesday. So the market kind of sells off. We got pullback to end of trend, very weak. We come back and we made Thursday and Friday last week, we were kind of bottoming, and then 1380 kind of holds. These blue professional bars set this move off, bang, and we go off to the upside. So that's kind of initially exhaustion buying, kind of setting this thing off. You can definitely see it on the 13,500 tip bar chart. That's the exhaustion of buying volume kind of setting this move off. And now with this reading extremely high on 13,000, blue professional bars kind of coming at the highs. We've broken to new highs here, but that convinces players that we're potentially kind of going into the new uptrend. So just this potentially has exhausted itself right now, and will make pullback to end of trend, testing that level again. So just be aware that we've made that kind of double sequence there, exhaustion buying and then finishing the move off. When you go down to the 4,500 tip bar chart, this was the bottom being made on Thursday, Friday, exhaustion, selling, bullish divergence, flush, bang, 1380, and this move kind of gets going. And now we've had it on the upside. So this is the exhaustion buying getting this going. Now I've had that exhaustion buying at the tail end. Look at all these blue professional bars at the highs, pull back to end of trend. So it does to me look like that's kind of profit taking. We kind of just run out of steam, and a lot of stops being run, and people kind of having to reverse positions and kind of go long. In terms of the setups today, there was a nice little long setup in the morning, pullback level to end of trend, but we kind of came back. We hadn't had exhaustion buying up here or divergence patterns or anything like that. On the flip side, what we had was exhaustion, selling, bullish divergence, and flush patterns here. So I was long at 1403 on this move up, and the target was 1407. We got within a quarter point of there, and then the pro signal exits kind of went off, and I didn't bail there. I waited for my pullback to end of trend on the 500 tip bar chart, which I'm trying to do in order to kind of get the most out of the move. And of course, the move only took profits at 475 only for 1 3/4 points. Very disappointing. Then the blue professional bars kind of go off here, try to get long again, and then bailed with a break-even trade. So I quit after that. The market went extremely quiet, but then of course the best trade of the day kind of set up here. Rambo patterns into this support level at 1404, and on 4500 tip bar chart was a pullback to end of trend sequence right here, holding here, and it was a clean 10 point rally to the upside. So I don't know, obviously quit too early, but frustrating, let's say. Anyway, let's see what happens tomorrow, but with this exhaustion buying activity, we could sucker in some amateurs at the beginning of the day who are kind of trying to chase the rally potentially, but I'll be looking on the 13,500 tip bar chart for this to kind of come off and find support kind of somewhere between 90, 95 basically, and 14.15 where we are today. So let's see where it goes.